Why are we here? You're asking yourself, you get the impact from Brighter Monday. Why are you here? For us, I think it's your event. It's not about Brighter Monday. We are happy to host you, but it's not about Brighter Monday. It's about you as the experts in the industry, learning, and of course, we would like all to learn and of course change or disrupt the HR space. Of course, what you get in the market is that people don't understand HR. People are like, I'm looking at my HR. People are like, HRs are people who hire, fire, they give us jobs, they fire us. There are all these leads because, of course, they're not true. HR, the H itself says it all. They are human, they value people, they want to build strong teams, and there's a lot, it's endless. People have seen, old ways of running companies, what I think about is the government, but we want to disrupt the space. I think whatever we're going to address today, and many other sessions like this, is to change this space for us to educate the country, Kenya. So this is one of many of the kinds, and we're looking forward to grow this to be a really big event for us all. And of course, we're going to share maybe a white paper to other experts who have not been able to come for this event today. They're going to learn something out of it, and we're going to invite more and more people to raise this event.
How do we go about improving the quality of hire? Number one, be very clear about the job and the person. I remember having a discussion with a client. They are based not very far from here. The client was looking for, the person they wanted to hire was a personal assistant. But now, the client wanted us to advertise the role. And he kept on insisting, we need to call the position an office administrator. So I was asking the client, so how do you think we are going to get the right candidates? If on one hand you're looking for a personal assistant, but you want a nice name, you don't want to call it a personal assistant. Why? Because 20% of the duties being done by this individual will be office admin, And there's a very big problem I see when it comes to job adverts. Number one, you want to use the same language you use for your organization. You complicate, And then there's the time you call Emmanuel and say, no, Brighter Monday doesn't work. We don't get good people. But now, if it's a receptionist and you're calling them office assistant, for God's sake, if you're looking for a receptionist, call it a receptionist. Simple as that.
For instance, HR has 4 values that drive the HR team and also speak to the overall corporate values. So it's very, very important again. If you bring in people who already understand why values are important, even values-driven performance is more sustainable in terms of changing somebody and changing performance rather than just focusing on results. The other thing we look at is high potentials rather than high performance. High paths. I was in one session 2 years ago, and HR were even getting mixed up between the hypos and hypers, and it was a HR session. And I was like, they're 2 different things. And you need to know what you require. Different organizations want different things. For those who are driven by performance, fine. You can go for high performance. I have an organization, and I'll tell you why potential is more important than performance. Because to me, potential is actually the distance between current reality and where I want to be. I repeat, the distance between my current reality and where I want to be. And the possibility and the pathways and the things and the people and the resources that help me to move between this place to that place. And my ability, mindset, heart, character that help me to go to that level are the kinds of things that I'm looking for, rather than I've reached. So you guys pay me what I require because I've reached. You understand? A status mentality. Where do we then hire these people? Brighter Monday, of course. That's why I have a strong, deep relationship with Brighter Monday, because I can get on the phone and they can get me my people. One of the key things again they've picked up, and it's them who chose the topic, because they know every time we speak to them, for me, I'm like cultural fit, cultural fit, cultural fit. I don't read CVs from the top down, I read CVs from the bottom up. So, cultural fit. I want to know your interests, I want to know what you're reading, I want to know which spaces you hang out, what do you do in your day-to-day life, what are you passionate about in the community. Those are the things that drive me to actually assess and choose the people that scale up, rather than just ACCA, PhD, blah, blah, blah. Okay? So, we hire from Brighter Monday.
Then you would say something around coaching, where it falls in when you're talking about performance, maybe permanence, when I hear about Marita, just some of that. How does coaching and that whole process go in terms of culture change, in terms of just a few things that will take us forward? And also maybe include that as you talk, the HRs, how themselves, who mentors them, who mentors the mentors, who looks after them.
For me, coaching is very important, especially at the onboarding stage. You do realize that it's when they're new, they're very open to new ideas. So when you hire someone and you realize that they are lacking in one area, and most of the time you find it's the soft skills which is the problem. So you hire a very great manager, but you find they're very competent in the idea, but they're not getting well along with people. So it's at the first 3 months or 6 months or whatever period you've given them for probation that it's important to really sit down with them and be able to tackle those issues through a coaching program.
For me, when it comes to coaches, is where I'm looking to coach a skill. It's time bound. I'm looking for somebody who can come in and listen and help this person transition. So I use coaching for transition pieces and career pieces and leadership pieces. I, however, use mentorship when I want to help somebody develop mastery within a subject matter. So a mentoring relationship is a hierarchy relationship, while a coaching relationship is a partnership relationship. So when you're dealing with a mentor, you are looking for somebody who has, and I always say, if I want a mentor, they need to slightly intimidate me. I need to admire them to a certain point to be able to sit under their feet in terms of mastery of their subject. But when it comes to coaching, I'm looking for a partner to journey through a transition, somebody to listen to in a safe space. And so we use the two different strategies based on what the needs of the person are, but it needs a HR person also valuing the two things and understanding how to separate what they look like, because we tend to confuse them sometimes.
Focusing on experience and what you've done. Did you guys go to the same school?
Great.
So I would like to thank everyone. I think it's been an honor, to just come over to learn. I'm really privileged to learn a lot personally. I'm in marketing, but we have lots of discussions with Paminas and Sarah, and I think they're really recruiting to HR slowly, and I'm really liking it.